like me, I misjudged. I was not wrong. I misjudged. Right? And sometimes all of us are victims of misjudgment. You understand? So that's my position.
What do you believe will be the way forward now? Now that you've had this, now that you've experienced what people call corruption within a party, which is evident probably in all the parties, but only you've chosen to speak out about it. What will be the way forward, and what will be the resolution that you'd like to see come out of this issue, so that you can stand with some iota of integrity in front of the people and preach the message and gospel of the Alliance for Change?
Good. One, I don't want any cover-up in this matter, because Berbicians have said before, we are not fools. Good? And we expect that when something is wrong, it should be addressed, whether it's happening within us or outside. And more so, within ourselves, we should address that. And that's something we should address. So the way forward would be for the AFC leadership to address these issues. Donna Matu and Mike Hinson, they have come out in the Guyana Times today, and they're saying that they're backing me 100%, and everything that I have said are facts. Good? So the thing is, let the people know what is happening, and from now on, they are going to make informed decision, right, about what they're doing, right? I'm not telling them what to do, good? But my point is, now that you know, you make your decision, right? And ensure that corruption is wiped out. So if the AFC wants to go ahead, right, they need to rein in Ramayya, rein him in, right? They need to be very stern with what he has done and been practicing, right? And that's the way forward.
Suppose now finally the party decides to stand by its MP and says that Ramayya has done what he has done. He's not committed any wrongdoings. The man is an honorable man, and they probably vindicate or try to explain what he's done in retrospect, and you become the biggest loser in this entire battle. The fight I believe that you have is one to bring to the public attention what's happening behind closed doors, and so that they would probably know, all is not gold that glitter, all that is gold doesn't necessarily glitter, or the opposite way around, as the saying goes. What do you believe is the next step forward? Will the Alliance for Change lose significant support in Berbice with respect to votes because of how they've dealt with this one matter?
Well, I won't say that this one matter only. There are other matters.
Within the AFC?
There are other matters. No. What I'm saying is that the people will have to look at different things, right? Different issues to make their choice, right? But what I do feel is that if nothing is done, it is going to damage the image of the AFC.
Mr. Ramjatan does not believe so. He told me so. He said during the interview he does not believe that this will damage the image of the Alliance for Change.
Well, I think he's sadly mistaken, right? Because, you see, that's the thing. They're taking Berbicians for granted, right? If you have corruption in Berbice, cronyism, right, and all these things going on, and accountability, and you are saying that this will not damage the image of the party, then you're taking Berbicians for granted. And that's one of the things they have been telling Berbicians, that you're being taken for granted by the PPP. Good? And now if you're saying that, then I guess they do have transport for each and every person in Berbice.
Okay. Now, my final question to you, are you prepared to resign your seat as an AFC councillor if this matter, well, obviously before you get expelled, if you are at all going to be expelled, I don't know. I'm just the interviewer here. Are you prepared to resign your post and walk with your integrity intact, or are you prepared to be booted out of a party because of a position that you took, which is similar to the position that Moses Nagamutu said he took within the PPP, and that Kemraj Ramjatan said that he took within the PPP. and a position that Besasar, I think he said, Rajendra, he said he took, that they were opposed to all of these wrongdoings, and so they left as honorable men of the cloth, at least in 2 instances. Are you prepared to do that?
Of course, if this matter is not resolved, and which I hope it would be, right, but then maybe it's hopeless hope. But if it comes to that, I have no qualms whatever in resigning, right, honorably, and put my head up and just walk through the door.
What is the most hurtful part of this for you as we close off our interview? What is the most hurtful part for you and for all of the persons who would have voted for the Alliance for Change at this point in time, to go through all of the, I'm sure, the ridicule and all of the other things that you would have faced on the elections trail, to end up at a point where the party that you have labored for has seemingly turned its back on you, and on all of the votes that they amounted en masse in Region 6? What is hurtful?
First of all, it is hurtful because what I expected is not what's happening. Right? I expected this, the Alliance for Change, right? I expected Mr. Ramayya and everyone, Mr. Ramjatan, right, to be serious about what they were preaching all along during the campaign trail. Right? I myself, I preached that. And it hurt me that when you have this, Charles Dickens said, great expectations, you know, and then suddenly, you know, the branch is cut and you find yourself on that branch sitting. You understand? And then you fall, and then, you know, your family is looking at you, right? Your family is hurt. You know, every day I look at my family and I see how hurt they are. And my wife kept on telling me, I warned you not to go on the campaign trail, not to go to the AFC, right? That you're not hearing what people are saying, right? You're not hearing, right? There are so many things being said, right, about certain individuals, and you're still not listening. You're going to these people.
Have you ever cried? They say big men don't necessarily cry. Some men are not able to admit that they have. Have you had sleepless nights, and have you cried ever over this entire debacle and the toll it's taken on you?
Of course. In fact, as I'm speaking to you, and you look into my eyes, you're going to see, right? The tears is just there, right? Because I hurt very deeply, good, at what I expected and what I'm getting, right? And what, not only myself, you know, but the entire membership and supporters in Berbice, right? I grieve also for them because, you know, it's not a case where probably they might go on and get fooled again, right? But, you know, the thing about it, I feel hurt for them because they had great expectations as well, right? And I know they are going to be, and they are extremely hurt, right? Because I have met persons in the market this morning, right? And they were empathizing, they were sympathizing, and they were saying that if we had only known this, they would not have done what they did last November.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Yusuf, for granting us this interview. It was my pleasure again interviewing you. I think we've ventilated several issues here, at least you have, and this is a third part for all of our viewers of the interviews, well, the second part of all of the interviews that we have been doing, you know, to try to get to the bottom of the matter, to find out exactly what's wrong in the Alliance for Change. And it seems from any independent analysis that we may be seeing lots of infighting, similar to what was the order of the day within the PNCR before they had reached the low point when they regrouped and rebuilt themselves. But thank you very much for sharing all of your perspectives with me. And we do hope that things get better within the Alliance.
I do hope so.
I'm Michael Young, and this has been an edition of One-on-One here in Berbice. Thank you very much for joining us. Wow, I think that was very good. I think my phone was really good.
Okay.